This episode is sponsored by swimming. Gotta take a dive. Night Swim was directed by Bryce McGuire and released in theaters last weekend. This is our first movie review of 2024, and yeah, I did put up a poll between whether you guys would want to see Night Swim, Mean Girls, or Miller's Girl. But, you know what, I'm going to review all three of them anyway. Night Swim is one that I definitely need to talk about. So, if you haven't seen Night Swim, there will be a spoiler section right here. I'm going to keep this one kind of brief. There's not much to talk about with this. But yeah, I just wanted to make sure you guys that don't want to get spoiled for the movie, want to go out and see it before you go get spoiled. So, yeah, let's get started. So, this movie stars Wyatt Russell, who I really enjoy from Falcon and Winter Soldier as John Walker, and Carrie Condon, who was in The Banshees of Inisherin, which was one of my favorite films of 2022. And I was like, these two great actors are in this movie from Blumhouse. It's in January. What's gonna go wrong? And yeah, it turns out a whole lot. So Night Swim ends up feeling very, very mediocre. It's a January horror movie, so I try not to have massive expectations for this. But I was kind of intrigued by the trailer. I still didn't think it was gonna be that great, but I thought maybe it'll be kind of dumb fun, and it kind of reaches that, just barely, but it still is very boring. I found this film to be a slog to get through. They try to jump scare you with people jumping into the pool. They have bits and pieces of like scary, like drowned ghost monster zombie things, like from The Walking Dead or something. That didn't really work that well because they're barely on screen for like 2 seconds and then they're gone. Some of them actually were hilarious to look at. There's one of them. He's like this big bald guy zombie water thing. And he just kind of like pops up and goes, rah. And that's not, you never, you never hope for your horror movie going in, you're like, oh, that scare was funny. Like, no, I want to be scared. I want to be shocked. But this is Night Swim, so what do you think we're going to get here? Basically, this family moves into this house. Of course, there's something wrong with the pool, and the previous owners suffered a casualty due to this pool. But the realtor is just like, yeah, this little girl drowned in the pool. She tells this, like, after they've bought the house and everything. But, you know, I don't really know why that would have a family waste a perfectly good swimming pool. Wow. Alright. Gotcha. Got your priorities straight there. You sold that house, now you're going to tell them that the little girl is dead. Good job. Also, this realtor sells them the house, brings them to the house, and then, like, the pool is all dirty and stuff. I'm not a realtor, but that's not how you're supposed to do that, I don't think. It's not a very good way to, impress your buyers there. But, anyway, they get this pool, going with this therapy, okay? Basically, that's the whole reason that they're fixated on this pool, because Wyatt Russell's character, he's this retired baseball player. He wishes he could get back to the game, but he has MS. So the doctor tells him that swimming could help, so they have this pool. It's like, we have a pool. That's literally the line delivery. Wyatt Russell, he's good. He's a good actor. But for some reason in this, he is not doing very well. I just feel like he didn't care, which, to be honest with you, by the time we get to the end of this movie, I think if I had read the script, I would have been like, I don't care. Just give me my money, I'll do whatever. Because this is just so... Oh, man, can't wait to get that in spoilers. But the kids are also enjoying the pool, kind of, but they are seeing things at the same time. But they don't tell anyone that they're seeing these things, and they don't tell their father that this is all happening because the pool is making him feel better, and we get some explanation for that later on in the film, why they're seeing stuff. And the dad is seeing stuff too. He's kind of like almost possessed sort of by it, and that causes some issues later on in the film, at the pool party and such. But it never fully feels like a good horror film. It just feels like something that should have stayed a short film. It was a short film. It's like 3 minutes long. This girl is swimming, sees this dark, ominous figure, gets pulled under the pool, bam, night swim, credits. That should have been what it stayed as. But no, this is Hollywood. We gotta turn everything into a feature film nowadays. This was such a stupid movie. Let me just get into spoilers here. I don't want to waste too much of your time on this. I'm giving Night Swim a 3 out of 10. It is just boring. It is just lazy. It's another January horror film. And it sucks because last year we had Megan, which I really enjoyed, as you will know from my top 15 best movies list. Yeah, I really enjoyed that, and it turns out that was just a fluke. So, Night Swim, starting off 2024, just right. But I'm going to get to the spoiler section, and thanks for watching this segment of the video. Let's get into the spoilers. So, entering spoilers, we have the big reveal at the end of this movie, the M. Night Shyamalan twist, if you will, where Carrie Condon's character goes to the mother of the child that died in the pool before they bought the house. And the mom is possessed by the pool as well, because this black goo and pool water stuff starts coming out of her mouth, or her like nose and eyes. And she's like, oh, your husband is getting healed by the pool, but in order for him to get healed by the pool completely, you must lose one of your children. And it's like, what? That is such a stupid... This movie tries to make a pool so threatening. Ooh, like spooky pool, you better watch out for those pools, kids. And it's just not working. And this is just a stupid way for them to make this haunted pool seem threatening. So, turns out the pool was a spring, and then the spring was magical. It's like the monkey's paw. You ask for a wish, and it fulfills that, and it takes something away from you. So Wyatt Russell's character getting healed by the pool, but in turn, his wife and his kids are getting haunted by the pool, and one of his kids are going to die. So the son starts to die. He gets dragged into the pool, and then the pool cover starts just sliding over it, shutting him inside there, waiting to drown him. He nearly dies, and meanwhile the daughter is fighting Wyatt Russell, who is completely possessed at this point. He's like, I'm going to kill you, because I'm all better now, and aren't you happy for me? And he's like, he's just waiting for the right moment to strike, because he knows that these kids have to die in order for the pool to, the curse to take effect. And, God, such a stupid plot. So, he gets a hold of the daughter. Luckily, she fights him off a little bit. She gets a baseball bat and just starts beating the hell out of him with the bat. And then this black goo, the same black goo that was coming out of the mom from the past owners of the house, he starts spitting up this black goo. And then this was what was funny to me. Wyatt Russell looks at the son character, who is near dead from drowning, and he's like, "Is he okay?" Like, you alright? Or something like that. It's like, it's so stupid. It's so stupid. The line delivery from him is just absolutely like, I want my paycheck now. That is what it feels like in this movie, and I don't blame him. Honestly, him and Carrie Condon and the kids as well, get that money, because clearly it wasn't spent on the idea of this movie, because it's just so generic and predictable. You know what's going to happen. You know, Wyatt Russell takes this kid from the baseball coach of his son, and this kid really looks up to Wyatt Russell because he knows that he's a past baseball player, and he like cracks this baseball so hard and gets him to sign it and everything. But then they start playing like chicken fight. You know how if you've ever done that in the pool, one person gets on top of the other person. He takes the coach's kid, which is very weird. First off, why are you letting your son just getting handled by this dude? Very weird. But Wyatt Russell starts getting like possessed by the pool some more, and then he drags the kid under, and he's got marks on his legs after he gets Wyatt Russell off of him. So they're like, "Don't come back to the baseball field. Stay away from our family." I was like, yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. But then Wyatt Russell is still like, "I really love this pool," because I guess that's the pool in his head. And the kids and the wife are kind of concerned about it, but they're still not letting on that, yeah, we saw some shit in that pool. It's just so stupid, guys. But anyway, Wyatt Russell decides to sacrifice himself to save the kids because he knows one of them has to die in order for him to be fully cured. But if he gives himself up to the pool now, that'll be the sacrifice. So he walks into the pool, and the pool just takes him. He just vanishes. and then Carrie Condon covers up the pool with dirt, and then no one's gonna question, like, so how did your husband die? It's like, he drowned in the pool, but why are we covering the pool up? And it's why there's so many questions to be asked after this movie, but it just ends. It just flat out ends. They cover the pool up with dirt. That's it. Night swim. Bam. Done. Yeah. Pretty bad. Pretty bad. Pretty boring. Not a good start to the 2024 year. So, thanks so much for watching the review, guys. I hope I did keep this one kind of brief for you guys. I know this is a movie that I don't want to waste too much time on. But, yeah, I hope you enjoyed nonetheless. Don't go out and see Night Swim, really. If you want to go see something, I don't know, go see, I don't know, something. Something other than this. I don't really know what's in theaters right now. The Beekeeper with Jason Statham is coming out this weekend, I think. Or Mean Girls. Go see Mean Girls. Maybe that'll be better than this. I don't have much hope in that movie, but I think it'll at least be better than this. So, I'll see you guys for that review next week. And, take care, guys. I'll see you next time.